Hey there, my name is Joe Hall, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to enable site search tracking in Google Analytics 4. And so, what is site search tracking? Let's go to our example website here, and as you can see on our example website, we have a search box in the right sidebar here, where users could type in something that they're looking for on the website. Uh, Within Google Analytics 4, we can track what users are typing in to our internal search box and build a report that gives us a better understanding of what users are looking for. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how to set that report up. What we're going to do is we're going to start at the Google Analytics homepage here and make sure that we're inside the right Google Analytics account. And we're going to go down to the bottom left-hand corner where it says Admin and click that link and it will take you to the Admin homepage. We're going to want to scroll down a little bit and find a section in the right column called Data Collection and Modification. And the very first option is Data Streams. So if we click Data Streams like so, we'll find a list of data streams that we have currently set up for the account. We'll want to click the data stream that is associated with the website, and so the one that I've got going here is this first one. If I click it like so, it opens up the data stream or web stream details page. And the first option underneath the events section is called enhanced measurements. And enhanced measurements is usually enabled by default, but if you have not enabled this yet, I have a separate video about how to do that. But it's really easy. All you need to do is go ahead and click this toggle switch right here on the right hand side to turn enhanced measurements on. After you have turned enhanced measurements on, you'll want to then go click this gear icon right here. And when we click the gear icon, we get to see all of the enhanced measurements that are being collected within Google Analytics. And down here in the middle, there is one called Site Search. And this is the metric that is being collected every time a user makes a search on your website. We want to click Show Advanced Settings right here. So if we click Show Advanced Settings, there are two options here for the search term query parameter and additional query parameters. The one that we really need to focus on is this search term query parameter. And Analytics comes pre-installed with 5 search term query parameters. And these 5 right here are the ones that are most commonly used on websites. And so it's likely that the one that your website uses is one of these 5s. But we're going to check to make sure anyways. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to go to our website. And so this is our example website here, what we talked about earlier. And we're going to perform a search within the search box. And so let's say we are looking for shoes. And we type in shoes into the search box here and click search. We're going to let it do a search. And then you can see there are no content found for that search term, but you might notice that the URL for this search result page has changed. And so let's go ahead and copy that URL and make it a little bit bigger so we can take a better look at it. As we can see, this is the domain name for the website that we're working on and the analytics account that we're working with. And then after the domain name, you can see there's a question mark and then a perimeter and then the search term. You can see here the perimeter is S. And the reason that the perimeter here is S is because I use WordPress, and the default search parameter for WordPress is S. And so if you're using WordPress as well, then S is likely what you need to focus on right here. Either way, you want to look at the URL after you run a search and try to find what parameter is listed right before the equal sign and then the search term that you put into the search bar. For this example, it's S. And so we'll go back to analytics now and make sure that S is listed here in the list of query parameters. And we can see that the second one on our list here is S. And so we're covered. After we make sure that the correct query parameter is in the list, we can save what we put in here. If you have to add a query parameter, but all you have to do is just add a comma to the end of the list here, and then type your query parameter in, if it's not already here. After you've done that, you can click Save at the top right-hand corner. That will save the changes that you've made to the site search query parameters. Then we can X out of the WebStream details page. After we've confirmed that analytics is collecting the site search parameters, we need to configure analytics a little bit more in order to report on those terms within the report section. And the way that we need to do that is go to the admin homepage and then scroll down a little bit to where it says data display right here in the bottom of the left-hand column. And down halfway through, there's an option called Custom Definitions. And we're going to click that. And this is a section of analytics where we can essentially create our own metrics based on other metrics that analytics is already using. And that's what we're going to do because analytics is not currently collecting what we need. So I have already created a custom definition right here for our internal search term. So let's take a look at it real quick. Click Edit. We can see that the dimension name is internal search term. The scope is event. I'll leave the description blank because we don't really need that. And then the event parameter is search term. I'm going to go ahead and delete this though. And, I'm going to archive it. And then we're going to do this all over again so that you can understand how to create your own custom dimension. You want to click this button here that says create custom dimension. And I like to use a very descriptive word here for the dimension name so that we know exactly what we are looking at. And I'm going to put, because I already created a metric for this, I'm going to call this version 2. So I'm calling it internal search term version 2, and the scope is going to be event because we are tracking an event, which is, whenever someone searches on the site. The description, I'm going to leave blank. And the event parameter, this is very important because this is the designation within analytics that Google is assigning to the term itself. And so we need to make sure we get the right one here. And the one we're going to go with is search term. And that event parameter is only available if you already enabled enhanced measurements like we just did before. After we put that in there, we're going to hit save like so. And now we can see that our custom dimension internal search term version 2 is set up inside the custom dimensions with the scope of event. The parameter is search term, and then the last date was changed. Now we've got all of our custom definitions set up. We need to go into reports and take a look at how we're going to actually view this metric. And so the way we're going to build a report to see those keywords is we're going to go to the library and we're going to create a new report right here and create a detailed report. Next we're going to select blank right here to create a new blank report like so. And it will open up a blank report for us. And the first thing we're going to want to do is go over to the right hand side column where it says customize report, and we're going to want to select a dimension, and when we do that it'll have a drop down for add a dimension. We're going to want to go down to custom. You can just type in custom, it'll show you that dimension we just created, internal search term version 2. We're going to click that. That's our primary dimension. And now we're going to click apply. Now that we've got our, and by the way, after we add that here, we can now see in the report over on the left hand side, it says internal search term version 2. So now we need to add some metrics, which are basically the numbers that we want to track for each term. And I think we're going to click metrics here. And I think that for internal search, one metric that's very important is users. And so we're going to go down to users here and just hit total users for one of our metrics. Another one I think might be helpful is sessions. Find sessions right there. Those are two good metrics. And then we'll hit apply after we've added our two metrics. So now that we've added our internal search term version 2 and our two metrics, what we have now is a report that will show us our internal search terms listed here with the total users and sessions. Now, need to be clear that so far, because I just set this up, it is not collecting any internal search traffic. And the reason is because it usually takes about 24 hours for Google Analytics to start tracking these metrics. But after the 24-hour point, you should start to receive any internal search terms should be listed here in this report. Also, you will notice there will be a large number at the top of the report called not set, and these are all of the events that occur that have total users and sessions that did not result in an internal search. And so it's possible that, people are visiting the website and not searching for anything at all, and that would be why we see this not set. It's easy to just ignore that metric when reviewing this report. You can just look at the other terms found below it. Anyways, after you've got this whole thing set up and it looks the way you want it to look, you then go to save right here, and we're going to call this internal search report right there, and we're going to hit save. And so after we've saved it, it shows the report. It says internal search report up here at the top. It shows the internal search terms as the primary dimension, and they should be listed here. It shows the total users and sessions. When we click the back button now, we can find the report we just created at the top of the library. And if we wanted to add this to a specific collection, we can just click this button right here, And then well, I guess we have to go inside one of the collections to add it to a collection. But anyways, that is how you create an internal search report and enable site search tracking within Google Analytics 4. Thanks so much.